G'day Skate Champions and welcome to Transition Tuesday, Season 2, Episode 11. It is incredibly hot today, so I'm not going to do too much of a warm-up. Now, I like the heat. You do not stay in subtropical Brisbane if you do not like the heat, but this is out of control. So I absolutely don't want to be out here for too long today. The trick I'm going to try this week is a tail stall revert. I couldn't do it the last time I was shown it by a subscriber, Kurt. I'll leave his channel down below. He's come and visited me a few times. He's good at a lot of things, but there's two things that he's very good at, which is tail stall reverts and heel flips. Both are outside my stretch right now, so we're going to go for the one that I think I might have a chance with, and that is on the transition here. So let's go break it down a little bit. Okay, so to work into this trick, what I really want to do is just sort of try some reverts on flat, on the mushroom, up the transition and coming back down. I'm pretty good at actually doing the revert to disaster. I think I am anyway. Feels really good, gets you some balance. With those down pat, the next step is really just to get into my tail stalls, which, you know, I take a few tries. And then coming back in. I don't mind if I revert down below to begin with. That's pretty much as good as I'm going to get. And then just get that revert in. My wheels are really small and hard. I really feel like I should be able to just get this revert back down the transition. We're just going to get stuck in. Okay, so the difficult thing here is I'm not very good at these. My body weight was neither in the transition or way too far consistently, and the coping just doesn't really let you lock in as well as you'd really want to. I know that's a bit of an excuse, but yeah, I do struggle with it a little bit. It has its pros and its cons, this transition, but you take what you can. Got a couple, feeling pretty comfortable, but it's time to start trying and just revert anywhere along the transition, whether it's low or high. I'll take it. There's a very good argument that I probably should have just tried dropping into revert, but that wasn't the trick, and I wanted to kind of put them together because I knew that my tail stalls just continued to need work. And that's exactly what happened. So I think I got one pretty early on, but like everything in skateboarding, you're not really sure until you get it a couple of tries. And like we all know, and we certainly found out last week, that consistency is not our friend. And true to form, I really struggled to get the revert. I wanted to get a little bit higher, but it wasn't going for me. And it was all about like just twisting my body, knowing that I could get my front foot far enough up when I came back in, so that I could sort of pivot on that front trucks with enough momentum in my shoulders and my waist to sort of make it all the way around. And some of these were just down to just the first initial tail stall, whether it felt good or not. If it felt good and I was in a good position, I could probably get it. If not, I had to go really against the grain, and I didn't have a lot of space on the transition. I was really happy though with what I was doing, but I wanted to move up the transition to a little bit higher, and that was difficult for the tail stalls, but not for the reverts, because obviously I had more space, more face of the transition to do that revert, and it felt really, really good. It was a very strange trick because it felt like it was just in reach for me to get, but every time I went for it, I couldn't get there. And you know, we all have those sort of tricks, and I'm really trying to get those tricks under control, like last week and this week. So super stoked with this one. So glad I could get it before I roasted. And of course, this definitely improved my tail stalls. That was probably the other takeaway, not the biggest takeaway, the other takeaway. But I got to get out of here. Remember to keep skating, keep having fun, and of course, keep progressing. Take it easy, champs. My coping is like boiling hot. Consistency is not our friend, and inconsistency is, but shouldn't be. That was lame. Keep having fun, and of course, keep progressing. Progression?